Right into the stretch, looking back and throws up the middle. Rose is on his way around. Picked up by Otis.
Here comes the ready and not. Here comes the boys from the south. Here comes the ready and not. How you like me now? I say, here comes the boom, ready and not. Here comes the boys from the south. Here comes the boom, ready and not. How you like me now?
You don't live in Cleveland, you live in Cincinnati.
You are watching live to the best damn Cincinnati sports podcast this side of the Licking River. My name is Santori Miles. We got Craig. We got Cincy James. Bengal Dad's in the car somewhere doing something. How we doing? How we doing?
Who dey?
You made me crap my pants almost, Santori.
I look up and I see an empty chair, and then all of a sudden Santori's face is right there.
Hi, Ashley.
Oh my God. Hey,
Hey, must be the money.
we're getting some people in the chat here.
We're live.
It's a Foxy.
We got Stranger, we got Pork Chop, Darth.
And for all those of you who are here right now, I finally got myself a light for my computer, so let me know if it's working a lot better than my cell phone.
It is.
Cool.
Absolutely is.
Why don't you start your
Are you trying to
I'm
hear?
trying to hear.
Hey, Ashley.
Oh my God, hold on.
Well, we do have a good show coming up.
Yes,
We've got a lot to talk about.
I can hear now. Hello.
Hello. We've got a lot to talk about. Everything from tight end discussion. We've got, and my daughter just walked in. Sorry.
She knew it.
Sorry. She
Oh,
just walked
Maddie,
in.
hi.
We've got Burrow contract talks because somebody got signed today, but it wasn't him. We've got trivia to try to win some hats. We're also giving away our autographed photos. Who doesn't want one of those? What else we got?
Well, we have a very controversial Cincinnati chili topic, but we'll get into that in a moment.
Uh-oh.
We need to do our sponsors.
Let's do this. Come on. Let's get.
Sponsor. Do you like honey? Do you like wine? Do you like mead? Do you like a nice subtle buzz while you sit outside and you're enjoying smoking cream cheese and wings on your new Traeger grill that you bought from your boss? I do too. If that's you and you're like me and we like each other because we're awesome people, then you would enjoy Brimminghorn. Get you some awesome Brimminghorn mead. It's made by people who like the Bengals, which I like the Bengals and you like the Bengals. So you should like Brimminghorn like I like Brimminghorn. Use our code HOODAY9. Get 15% off 2 bottles or more, unless you live in Montana or New Jersey. Don't know what y'all did, but you got axed from the damn program. Get your shit together, New Jersey. No one likes you anyway. Brimminghorn.
Boom. We don't have anything for Three-Way City, but it's like a
What?
like a song or anything, right?
I mean, Dale has a song, but I wouldn't guess it.
Yeah, we're not going to play that. All right. Three-Way City, bringing the sights and culture of Cincinnati to fashion. Named after the traditional Cincinnati-style chili spaghetti, our good friend Adam Rennell founded Three-Way City with this in mind. From hats to shirts to jackets, grab a piece of Cincinnati today. And look at all this awesome stuff that you can get. He's got hats. He's got jackets. He's got shirts. He's got crop tops. If you want to wear a crop top and you're a dude, go for it. Mr. Meow, I don't know if he's in the chat right now, but he's got one. He posted it looking pretty fly for
We
a
got to
while.
get pork chop and a crop top.
Yeah.
The poo can rock a crop top, so can you.
This is true.
That is true.
You know, I used to beg you to try and come on the show. Now you just like crash it whenever you want.
See you next week from your own podcast.
So, first topic of conversation that we need to get to because we live in Cincinnati and this is vital to our success. Earlier today, Sarah Elise put out there, I guess, a photo from National Chili Day of, I assume she was cutting the Skyline chili. We call it Cincinnati chili because there's other chilies we like.
Yes.
Right. Either way, doesn't matter the brand. You respect the dish. First off, I don't know about y'all. You turn the dish long ways, and then you cut little kind of triangle pieces. You scoop, that way you get all 3 layers the way they're supposed to be, and then you eat it.
I'm a twirler, Santori.
Anyone who's out there twirling their Cincinnati Skyline can get out.
Twirler, team twirl. What's up, Justin?
Now, as a transplant,
Okay.
You're pissing pork chop off, Jimmy.
Why?
I have no idea. I'm just reporting.
hold on.
Hi, Chris.
The
Hi, Jay.
transplant is speaking.
When I first did it, I did twirl because I thought it was like spaghetti. But I really think cutting it is the way to go. Because, like, you get the layers.
Actually, guys, I have a
Go ahead, Greg.
confession. I just literally dig it up with my fork and shove it in my mouth.
That is absolutely
fair.
vile.
Hey, man, I'm a vile. Santor, did you not notice we're at Wild Mike's, man? I was just viling the wings. Like,
Yeah, I don't eat, like, I'm pretty sure you ate half the bones. It was kind of scary.
No, exactly. Like, no. So, like, I showed a picture of my coworkers. The picture, you all had your food. Like, Greg, what did you do with your food? I'm like, I already ate it. I eat a little too fast. If you didn't know,
It was just like the jaw unhinged. Like, if you've ever seen the new It, where he unhinges his jaw and you see the what do they call it, the deadlights?
yes,
That's what Greg is like when he eats. Get the deadlights, and it's just all over from there.
Darth has a pretty good take. Twirl the first half at the edges, then cut
Yeah.
the second. Heavy cheese ratio at the end.
Now here,
That's fair because when I cut it, I ran out of cheese.
I like a lot of cheese.
Yeah, good cheese. Yeah,
I
you know
will
why?
say
You know why three-way costs the most is because of the cheese. They say.
there is one caveat to my cutting expose, if you will.
Jimmy goes both ways, pork chop.
If I'm making Skyline at home or Cincinnati chili at home, every once in a while, my binge eating takes into effect. I say that half-heartedly because I do have that wonderful binge eating disorder. I will get a big metal bowl. I will put my spaghetti in it. I will pour the chili in. I will get whatever giant bag of cheese and just dump it in there. And I will mix that mofo all together until it's just one giant ball of slop. If I am having a bad day, I will go with, it's not even a twirl. I don't know what it is. At that point, it's the most disgusting looking thing that Cincinnati's ever created.
It's what Foxy does. You just scoop it and eat it.
Stupid.
Pork chop is very opinionated on this matter.
Yeah, pork chop's really going for this.
Up your ass.
We can get past the shot, maybe.
He said, "I thought we were friends, Darth." Darth said, "We can get past this chop." Maybe.
My boy Justin from high school, chop swoop much. I like that, Justin.
It's, and you know what? People are very, very stuck in their ways, and it's like they don't even want to try the other way.
No.
I do want to revisit this once Dad jumps on, because my dad is the most meticulous eater on the planet.
This is true.
Well, no kidding, Santori. He talks about how he spreads peanut butter on jet.
It is magic, Greg.
Yeah.
He's a magician.
This is great. Now, pork chop, he did say this in our chat, eat it like pie. You use one hand, all right? So let's act like this is a fork. Use one hand, you go like this, and then you've got it.
Are you eating your Skyline with a pocket knife?
Yeah.
Act like it's a fork.
That's hardcore.
Well, you're not hardcore.
Yeah. Until you live hardcore. So you just do it like this. Cut, scoop. It's easy.
I just
You
maul
use
it.
one hand. You don't use a knife. You don't actually have a fork and a knife and go like this and cut your spaghetti like this.
You know, because you're all wimps, just maul it in there, man. Just maul it.
That's thirsty.
I've tried all. Cutting and twirling takes too long for that yummy good stuff.
Well, no, there was a time when Drake Kirkpatrick was a rookie. They took him to Skyline. He didn't know how to eat Gold Star, and the manager there showed him you cut the side of it with your fork is how you do it. That's how he was taught.
None of you have. Everybody kind of bypassed what I said at the beginning. You've got to turn the dish long ways first. They always set it in front of you, horizontal. That thing's got to be vertical. I don't know if you move yours, but if you don't, you're wrong.
You go like
this is my culture, not yours. We're adopting you, but you still got to play by my rules.
That's
I have
incredible.
pepperoni rolls in my heart.
You and your pepperoni rolls are good to go. but
Mine
this
and
is,
Mine Crypt Tart has the pepperoni rolls.
All right, should we move on to the next topic?
You guys, I'm gonna.
Is there more to talk about?
you take this.
Is there more to talk about with the Cincinnati style chili? Spaghetti?
Well, once Dad jumps on, we'll
Why
revisit.
didn't you guys get off? That's all we're gonna have for dinner.
Yeah, I guess.
Let me guess, you're going to Burger King for dinner, right?
No,
Pick the plate up to your mouth and just shovel it in.
There you go, Foxy. I like that.
lied.
All it in.
That's great, actually. I've been having. Oh goodness.
Trust your elders.
Yeah,
For
trust the
example, that could go either way, and I would believe definitely either way.
Disrespect your
And Santori, for the record, the reason why I mauled the wings, there's starving people around this world, and every bit counts.
Wait, what?
starving people around here. This is one thing that I actually seriously believe. It kind of makes me giggle, and maybe this is going to come off very, very asshole-ish, but I don't really care because I believe this is the proper take. We're like, oh my God, you didn't finish your Skyline or your Arby's or your McDonald's. Don't you know there's starving kids around the world?
Yeah.
Sir, if you gave a Big Mac to one of those starving kids somewhere, I think they would die of indigestion within 30 seconds of consuming that meal.
Well, you put it that way.
This would not go well.
It's not like anything they've eaten ever.
No, their stomach would reject that within 12 seconds.
Yeah.
So, no, not worried about it.
Then they'd throw it up at anything else they ate earlier in the day.
Mm-hmm. You just caused mass genocide with a Big Mac. Congratulations.
Yep.
All right. Next topic.
Yay, milk!
Let's go on to the next topic. I personally want to start talking about a certain contract.
It hurts.
Jalen Hurts contract. Does it help or hurt Burrow's contract talks?
I don't think it does because I think they're almost done with the Burrow contract. That's just my personal opinion. You guys probably have a different one, but what do you all think?
Man, the confidence is low.
I'm with you. I think that they've already been discussing it. They've probably got a framework.
Well, I mean, you don't think they've been thinking this out, what other teams are going to do? I'm just saying the Bengals probably think this through or not. I mean, all right. Hurts getting $51 million a year. I bet you Burrow will be getting $60 million a year, but it'll be easily spread out. But I bet you it'll be $60 million a year.
That'd be a lot.
Santori, you haven't said anything yet. I think you're just waiting for the grand finale.
Well, he's
Waiting for you to finish your thought. I'm trying to be polite.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll keep going then. Okay. No, I just think, like I say, I just think they've been thinking this out for quite some time. From my understanding, I mean, I have a feeling people are confident he's going to get signed and all that. I just think it's just a matter of time. I don't think this is going to affect anything at all, really. That's just my personal opinion.
Yeah.
Where? This was on a podcast. Okay. Was this on a podcast or no? No.
I've been on a couple at this point.
Personally, I'm kind of with you, Greg. I think they've got the framework in place. They're probably going to have it announced soon. Is a good guess.
Right.
I haven't heard that from anybody, but that's just my guess. And I think he's going to get paid. It's how could he not? In my personal opinion, I think that Joe Burrow is a much better quarterback than Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts is a much better athlete. I just think that Joe Burrow does the quarterback stuff a little better than Jalen Hurts. The completion percentage, the accuracy. You just go down the list, and I think that he just does it a lot better. Darth says Hurts numbers are comparable to what I'd expect for Joe, if not a bit less. I doubt it matters much. I do think he's going to get more than Jalen Hurts. I don't think it's going to be less.
Yeah.
Santori, talk.
Talk, Santori. Santori, I feel like they're cooking up something here.
So I agree with Greg when he says that they've probably had talks and a baseline, at least a framework, if you will, for a while now. And I also, if we are to believe the rumors that, and it's not just from Zim, it is from multiple people with just as good, if not more, connections than Zim. That's not a knock on Zim because Zim's got some good shit going for him.
Yes, he does.
Absolutely.
I've heard from multiple people that T's contract's about done, that they're, it is what it is. When they announce it, who knows? But they've done some work on it. If they were not confident in re-signing Burrow or having any kind of idea what Burrow was going to sign for, they would not have done it in that order.
Yep.
So they've already worked with Burrow, or Burrow's said he's going to make it happen however he can. There's been some conversation because you don't sign the receiver before you sign the quarterback. It just doesn't work that way. So the fact that they're working backward should tell you something, because you don't work backward unless you have at least some confidence that it's going to work out for you. With that being said, we say this all the time. Everybody keeps telling me this is the biggest contract in the history of the NFL for a quarterback. In what way? Average annual value? Total dollars? Whatever. Quarterbacks get 20 to 22% of the cap when they sign. That's what Hurts got. 51 million average annual value at 222.8 or $228.2 million is 22.3%. They get the same slice of the pie. The pie is just bigger. This is not a record-breaking deal. This is not anything unforeseen. There's a reason why everybody kept throwing out 50 to 55 for Joe. That's where the percentage lies.
Yep.
Could Joe get a little bit more than Jalen Hurts? Sure. Is it 60? I don't know if it's that high. Is it 55? Maybe. If it's 4 years, 55 a year, and he ends up at, I don't know what that is. I'm not good at math anymore. Someone else.
220.
Sure. No, it's not.
4 years, 55 million?
Yeah, 220. There.
Yeah.
If it's 4 years, 220, or it's 5 years and 275. So be it. It's all the same percentage. The number you need to worry about, not the average annual value, is that guaranteed money in the cash flow. That cash is what keeps everybody else here. It's not the average annual value. It's not the percentage of the pie. Everybody gets the same percentage, so to speak. It's the contract money and how it's organized and how everything is distributed. Jalen Hurts had a $110 million signing bonus. Do the Bengals have $110 million to give to Joe Burrow right now? I don't know. Over 5 years, that's an automatic cap hit of like $22.5 million.
It was my understanding that there would be no math.
It's a lot of money. It's a lot of money right away. Here's the other thing, and this is what's so interesting about it. He's got 180 guaranteed. We'll just round up, make it easy, right? If it's 180 guaranteed and 110's a signing bonus, 110 comes out now and 70 comes out later. Because remember, it's got to go into escrow. If you wait until after March 31st, that other 70 doesn't have to come out until next year.
Mm-hmm.
So they really it's 180 that, yes, has to be technically cut out right away. But because of the time frame we're in, 110 gets cut out now, 70 gets cut out later. The other $80 million in his contract is more or less going to be incentives or roster bonuses if he's still here during those years.
Justin Lack says, what about will be similar to Mahomes, do you think?
No, not at all. And I'll get to that in a second.
Okay.
That's kind of a pipe dream anymore. for two reasons, but I'll get to there in a second. The other thing is, let's say it's flipped, because a lot of these quarterbacks had been getting signing bonuses at $50 million. Well, $50 million means I'm cutting $50 million cash right now instead of 110. And then if it's, let's say it's the same contract, and now I've got 130 million I have to account for Joe. Well, because he's signing it now, that 130 doesn't have to be cut into escrow until next year. So it's, what kind of cash liquidity do you have? Do you have the ability to cut 110 for Joe and 30 for T and then 20 for your draft picks? Or do you have the liquidity to cut 50 for Joe and 30 for T and 20 for your draft picks? It depends what kind of cash you have, what you're willing to do, and what the player's willing to do. If we're operating under this assumption that the Bengals are cash poor, which who knows where that comes from, and if Joe's willing to take less, then the structure is going to be different. And even if he's at 60 million average annual value, it's the cash flow you have to worry about. So depending on how it's structured and how it's layered is really going to affect what they're doing. My guess is it's probably closer to the latter. I'm not going to say it's only a $50 million signing bonus over 5 years, because that is a little light. But if Hurts got 110 and Joe is taking less, maybe it's closer to 70 or 80 million. And then you cut that guaranteed number and how you're dispersing it and making it a lot more tolerable. That makes it easier to retain T, because players go where signing bonuses. Players go where guaranteed money is. The less guaranteed money and signing bonus that Joe takes, the more everybody else has. I guarantee you Joe understands that. The rumors are Joe, T, and Chase have met. They understand how that's all going to work. Chase is going to get his giant cut of the money, assuming he keeps doing what he's doing. Hell, even if he regresses a little bit, he's been that damn good that he can take a step back and still get paid. So the fact that the Bengals are working with T tells me they have an idea of how much cash liquidity they have, because they've probably already figured that part out with Joe.
Yep.
In terms of Mahomes' structure, one, I just don't think you're going to see many 10-year contracts anymore. I think players have figured out I can get paid once and be stuck with a team for my entire career, and it'd be impossible to make any changes. Or I can get paid twice, and I can either re-up with the team if it's going well, or get paid somewhere else that might look better. I would personally, as a player, that $500 million is great, but if I can get $250 now and then maybe $300 again later, just because you know the cap's going to go up, you'll earn more money doing it that way. You get two big paychecks, you get two big signing bonuses, and you're not locked into one organization for a decade. I mean, and honestly, it's better for the Bengals that way. I hate saying stuff like this, but it's so true. We saw Carson Palmer's career just fall apart after a couple of injuries here in Cincinnati. I mean, if I don't want anything bad to happen to Joe, but God forbid if something does, it's a 10-year deal and he's a shell of himself for the final 7, you're screwed.
Does the Palmer deal kind of come back to you and scare you a little bit, like what happened with him?
Any 10-year deal scares me. I can't stand it with any player in any sport. Look what the Joey Votto deal's done for the Reds. They can't spend any money on anybody.
Yeah.
They've been handicapped and handcuffed for nearly 10 years. There's been a couple years where they've opened it up, but for the most part, I mean, they're paying him $25 million this year, and they're not paying anybody else. They can't even reboot properly.
Is that a Joey Votto contract issue, or is that a front office issue that they aren't willing to spend anymore? Because to me, it's the latter.
I think it's a little of both. Because at 25 a year now is not what it was 6 years ago when it was still a thorn in the side. But if your front office is only willing to spend 80, 25 should not go to one guy. So that is probably more a front office issue. But if you don't have a guy making that much money, because there's no reason to have someone making that much on your team. There just isn't for baseball. You can substitute whatever Joey Votto has done in the last 7 years. I could probably substitute with another player not making 25 a year. That's just the fact of the matter. But at the same time, you know, it's those long contracts really put you in a bind for a while. Yeah. I trust that Joe is going to be good for 10 years, but you can never guarantee someone's going to be healthy for 10 years.
Mm-hmm. Right. Look what's happened the first 3 years of his career. He's had some issues.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Not all his fault.
what happens if you get to year 6 and he's got the same torn ACL and now he can't move? I mean, you have to keep in mind Joe's already 25.
Mm-hmm.
This is not a 22, 23-year-old getting an extension.
Well, but yeah, Santori, not to disagree with you, but you look at Rod, a lot of great quarterbacks played till like they're 38, 39. Say if he signed a 10-year deal, it could be till he's 36. I mean,
and from Joe's point of view, that means he's done. He doesn't have another opportunity after that. So you better be damn well sure if you're an athlete signing a 10-year deal that this is it. Or you can sign a 5-year deal, and if all goes well, you extend. Or if it doesn't go well, you go somewhere else. And that's saying for anybody. I would never sign anybody. I would never sign anybody or ever try to sign a contract for anything more than 4 or 5 years. You limit yourself, especially for a running back. My God, your shelf life is 4 years. You'll never have another chance.
So is quarterback not the one position that you would do that with, though?
I wouldn't do it with any position, anybody in any sport.
Because quarterback is, to me, probably the most important position in all of sports.
It is. I
And
100% agree with that.
When you get a good one, you keep them.
yes.
I agree with keeping them, but it doesn't mean that, let's say he signs a 4-year deal, 2.5 years in, you can't go tack on another 2. Tack on another 4. I mean, you can always keep adding,
Yeah.
but
Yeah,
it's protection for both sides to sign shorter contracts.
No, that makes sense right there, Santori. I see what you're saying.
And I think that's where the league's going, because look at the last 4 or 5 big contracts signed by quarterbacks. Take Deshaun out of it. Take the money out of it, but look at the length. Deshaun was 4 or 5 years.
Now, wait.
was asking for 4 or 5 years. Murray got 5 years. Buffalo, Allen got 5 years. It would not surprise me if it's 5 years, 55. I'm just wondering what the actual cash flow is going to be.
Now, what was I going to say? Dang it! Burrow though. So you can, like you said, if he signs 4-year deal and he says, "Hey, I'm confident we can be good a lot longer," like you said, if he wants to add 2 years on, like you said,
That's what Brady did all the time.
that's where then.
If everybody thinks he's going to go the Brady route, he'll sign a 4 or 5 year deal, and once he gets to, so let's say, he's got 2 years left, a 4-year deal would technically be 6 years under contract. So once he gets toward 2028, if they go, it's still going well, give him a 2 or 3 year extension. Once those quarterbacks get to their 30s, you start seeing a lot of 2 and 3 year extensions. And a lot of times those are fully guaranteed because I'm not going to get rid of somebody on a 2-year extension, especially a quarterback. Like James said, they're too important. I have zero intention of getting rid of you through an extension. I just believe in shortening your odds for disaster.
I don't think he's going the Tom Brady route, because Tom Brady, when you look at his cap hit, like his percentage, the most he ever had was 13.6%. He's not going to go there. But would he go 18, 19?
Well, keep in mind,
Maybe.
when we talk average annual value, right, that's the average.
Mm-hmm.
Now, granted, I understand how percentages work, so don't fucking roast me in the comment section here. I think I'm pretty well versed in math to make this comment. If it's an average of 22, that means that first year is probably going to be closer to 17 or 18. And here's the deal. It's an average of 22 based on 222 million. Once, if he peaks his average out at 51 million, let's say he gets 55 1 year because, you do have the outlier hump on the standard deviation. And that's out of the 300 million that we end up getting to in a couple years. That's still 18%. It's 22% average annual value, max value of your contract for the year it's signed, but it's always only going to be around 18 or 19% on the cap hit, just because of the way the bell curve works. I know that's kind of hard to visual, but that's how it works.
Yeah, that's what makes Brady's contract so
Tolerable.
unreal. That he was the top quarterback for how long, and his cap hit was always minuscule compared to other quarterbacks.
Yeah. So, but I mean, like here's my point, right? Let's say the first year of his extension, right, is, and let's say he gets Jalen Hurts' contract. Let's say it's 55 with the 200 million guaranteed. right? And let's say it's 130 signing bonus. Let's just go that direction with it, right? So 130 divided by 5 years, that's 26 a year guaranteed on signing bonus. So you've got 26 there. That's 130 less I said 55 a year at 5 years. So there's 145 left over 5 years, 29. We'll backtrack that. We'll call it 22 in the first year plus 26. That's a $48 million cap hit 3 years from now.
Mhm.
And if we're increasing at that 8%, which we know it typically does, from 228.2, it's going to be higher than 230. Trust me, the cap's exploding right now. Let's call it a 250 cap just to be fair. 48 divided by 250, 19%. Even if you blow that contract away, it's still 19% on that first year's cap hit. And as long as his cap doesn't exponentially increase by more than 8% a year,
Mhm.
it's going to stay at 18 to 19%.
Right.
And that's if we go a lot more than what we just did. So you're probably right when he's going to hang around 17 or 18. That's why I say don't worry about that average annual number. That can be messed with. Everybody freaks out about that. Oh my God, it's so big. Percentage. And
Mhm.
your cap hit is always going to be lower at the start. Remember that. They do these things for a reason.
Underrated comment right there.
Yeah, that's not wrong. Brady had $100 million wife to fall back on. It's not
Yeah.
like Brady could have got his legs chopped off and been homeless tomorrow in terms of a career, and he'd been fine.
And Burrow is taking several sponsorships. Guinness.
He's got
that
he's
car
got a lot of
company.
stuff.
Isn't he investing like in a farm or something out in Iowa?
Yeah, they're doing that. He's also doing the women's volleyball league.
Yep.
He's quietly involved with B-Dubs, quietly involved with Nerf, quietly involved with Bose headphones, Lordstown Motors, Kroger. I mean, he's got probably 15 different spots. You just don't see his face all the
No.
time.
You don't, man.
But they've invested in him.
Yeah.
Kroger.
Yeah.
Did we say Kroger?
Yeah, we did.
It's that pineapple, Joey.
Yeah. And if he wanted to, he could get a hell of a lot more, wouldn't he?
Yeah, I think he could.
More sponsors, yeah.
Well,
What does Cutthroat Miles think?
Cutthroat Miles.
You just want me to be angry for a minute?
Let's say let's say the Bengals announce that he's getting a fully guaranteed contract and it's $310 million. Fully
Okay.
guaranteed. Go full savage.
Over how long?
7 years.
Over 7 years?
I don't know. Does that make sense? Maybe I did my math wrong. in my
That's
head.
dirt cheap, and I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
Hold on. What'd I say? 310 million?
Yeah, over 7. That's 44 a year. Sign me up.
Okay. So 5 years. Go 5 years.
Woo! Girl, what is you doing? You just screwed everybody for the next 6
62
years.
mil. Yeah, there you go. Go full savage. Go savage mode like Greg.
Yeah.
No, absolutely not. That
Well,
would
no.
be
Crip said it was
atrocious.
complimenting my life. He said I look like Ric Flair, so I'll go, woo!
No, that would be an absolute disaster for multiple reasons. One, the entire league and all the front offices would be pissed off at the Bengals because they've been so much to undo everything the Browns just did with this
Right.
Deshaun Watson contract. So it would be like, dude, what the hell? We just got over this. Like, we just tried to fix this.
And let me say this too. Before anybody clips this and puts it out there, the out of context, me throwing numbers out, I
Yeah.
pulled them out of you know where and threw it out here for a hypothetical situation for Santori to try to get him to go full savage mode like Greg. And that's what happened.
You would piss off every other front office in the league. No one would want to do trades with you. You'd be handcuffed. Your spending would be out of whack. You would have probably at that point to get rid of Jamar Chase. You would have to figure out what you want to do with the entire defense, possibly restructure Orlando Brown. I mean, it would just be a tidal wave of cataclysmic financial errors. And it would be an absolute disaster. I mean, like the day after tomorrow level implosions, Armageddon. Just no. It would be so bad. Look at what Cleveland's going through right now. They can't do anything. And the entire league is laughing at them.
Mm-hmm.
Not only do you suck, everyone knows it, and there's nothing you can do. The Bengals have worked too damn hard for too long to get out of a position to where that would do any. No, just I'm not even going to entertain.
Well, no,
the idea.
explain how they were bragging how they restructured Deshaun's contract, but you pointed this out. Explain that to everybody, all the viewers, how much they have to pay him the next 3 years.
Yeah, they didn't really. They did something called a simple restructure, to where they knocked his salary down a little bit, right? And I forget exactly what the numbers were, but they limited his salary this year. When you do a simple restructure, and it really wasn't simple because they added a void year too. I'm going to use round numbers to give you an example of what they did, and then you're more than welcome to look up the contract. Let's say he was owed 10, right? And they took it down to 2, and he had 2 years left after this of 10 and 10. Well, that $8 million was fully guaranteed, so it's still got to go somewhere. So basically what they did was they went from 10 this year to 2 this year, and then they had to do another 10 the next year. So they go 12 and 12 to eat up 4 of that 8. And then they added a fake year on there called a void year, which is basically what we're doing with Ken Griffey Jr. right now.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to pay you $4 million to not be here. Except his number is like $18 million to not be here. Something astronomical. So they went from, you don't have to pay him 40 this year. I think they have to pay him like 20 or something. But they end up having to pay him like 58, and then like 20.
65. There was a 65 in there, if I remember right.
It was something astronomical.
Yes.
You just gave me 62, and I called it Armageddon. They're up to 65. There's problems in Cleveland. They already can't afford the contract they gave him, and they're trying to kick the can down the road, and they've already kicked it down the road far. And because here's the deal, to where it's fully guaranteed, it's sitting in an escrow account. Some believe it's there.
Mm-hmm.
There are some people that are trying to do reports that Cleveland actually doesn't have the money. So let's say it's there. You can keep kicking the can down the road, but Deshaun gets that money as it's scheduled in his contract. It's not like a signing bonus to where he gets it all day one. He still has game checks that come out. It's not like he gets one check at the beginning and doesn't get paid for 3 years. That's how the signing bonus works. But that other money, well, the other $200 million, whatever it is, gets distributed as needed. Every time he adds a void year or a restructure, he's seeing less and less money spread out over more time. He's not going to keep agreeing to do that. People want their money, and they want it now. Mm-hmm. They've already now cut his pay this year for a paycheck 3 years from now, which, okay, maybe, but at some point, guys are going to be like, why do you keep taking $15 million away from me? Oh, well, you'll get it eventually. Will I? You start losing trust. You kind of get pissed off. It's like, well, were you guys not smart enough to foresee the financial ramifications of my contract? And now you have to keep restructuring everything? You wonder why the Bengals don't give out these giant, nasty, massive contracts, because you can go over and look at what Cleveland's doing and see how it's fucked themselves.
Yep.
Flex miles and cutthroat miles.
Cutthroat and flex.
I like that. That's good. All right.
Kids, be smart with your money.
That's right. So why don't we move on to the next topic?
Where's Dad?
Oh, let's move on to the next topic.
You said running late like an hour ago.
I'm going to read a quote from Zach Taylor today during his press conference. And this is specifically towards tight ends. He said what he looks for in tight ends, guys that can go win, make plays. There's a lot on their plate. They got to block in the run game. They can't be a liability in pass protection. Now,
Bobby Kincaid.
Right. So we know who we have in our tight end room right now. We've got Irv Smith Jr.
Oh, don't say it.
Drew Sample, and we've got Devin Asiasi. Now, what does this mean for the draft? Does that mean that Dalton Kincaid, Laporta, Michael Mayer, Darnell Washington, who's still on the table for the Reds? I got the Reds on the TV. For the Bengals at 28, possibly. No, you're good. At 28, possibly. Or maybe they trade back into the second round, towards the beginning of the second round, and try to go that route. Or maybe they wait until later rounds, like the third round, the fourth round, to pick one of these guys up. What do you guys think?
Woo, Greg, you want to start?
Well, as I said, although he's visited us, but like I say, Michael Mayer. So, for those of you saw Joe Goodberry's mock, where the quoted Dave Brugler that said, "Every source I heard, Mayer's going to Dallas." Look, Santori, I know you're sick and tired of hearing this quote from me. I think you're gonna yank your hair out, but he's just not going to be there. I just don't think Mayer's going to be there. Let's just let this out. He's not going to be there.
That's one I agree with. I've been saying that since last year. I thought he was top 15 pick.
Well, he's still. I'm saying 30% chance he's going to be there, and that's me.
Well, I'm sorry for cutting you off.
No, it's okay.
Where does Green Bay pick, and where does Dallas pick?
15, and Green Bay and Dallas picks 25th.
Okay, I don't think he impacts Green Bay personally.
Really?
If he's there for Dallas, he's definitely not going to pass Dallas.
Yeah, no. So Dalton Kincaid's going to be gone, so you definitely don't pick a tight end in the first. Pork chop, I'm sorry, we're not taking Darnell Washington.
Somebody said earlier on Twitter, I can't remember who it was, that I think it was John Sheeran. I think he said that every Dallas tight end is a comp for Michael Mayer. Every previous Dallas tight end. You look at Jason Witten, you look at Dalton Schultz, you look at all these guys. They're the comp for Michael Mayer.
Mm-hmm.
And, I mean, why would they pass on him if he's there? But I'm saying, Corey, I don't know if he's going to be there. What's
really funny that you say that is I threw out my comp the other day. I said I thought he was a lot closer to something like a Pat Freiermuth.
Yeah.
I think he's going to be solid. And then I looked up Pat Freiermuth's comp, and it was Jason Witten. And I was like, good boys.
But you look at, like I say, I've told you guys, my second guy behind Mayer is Tucker Kraft. I don't want to feel like we have to take him in the second round because obviously I don't want to get off topic here. Second round, DeJuan Jones and Tucker Kraft's there. I'm no idiot. You take DeJuan Jones, I don't think he's going to be there. Sorry, Santori. But, like I say, Dalton Kincaid, why did he visit? Why do you think he even visited if we know he's not a good blocker?
Check the boxes.
Yeah.
Okay. Luke Musgrave. I heard they didn't meet with him, but then someone said in a podcast, Casey, our tight ends coach, mentioned that he liked him. I don't know the whole thing. Like I say, I just don't
meet with Dax Hill either. Sometimes you just know.
Yep.
Okay, so look, Santori, I'm done doing the talking. I'm interested in your opinion more than my opinion because you're better at talking this stuff.
Did he just go full savage on himself?
Yeah. Screw you, Greg. Shut up.
That's my trash you done made, so you bagged him. I'm a savage. Yeah. Classy, bougie, ratchet. Yeah. Sassy, moody, nasty.
That's all I got. So tight end. I'm going to start off with something a lot of people don't want to hear.
Oh, crap.
For those of you that hate Drew Sample, just log off for about 10 seconds.
Good thing Dale's not in here.
He is here strictly because he is a good pass blocker.
Yep.
He is not a great run blocker. The Bengals do like to leave tight ends in for pass protection. There is the joke called Sample Island for a reason. They do it a lot, and it kind of works.
Yep.
Is he a good pass catcher? No. Is he a good run blocker? Is he someone that typically plays the whole year? Outside of last year, yes. He did have 40 receptions one year. Take that as you will.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for the fact that he was drafted panicked in the second round, people would have loved him for depth. If he was a 7th-round pick 3 years ago, they'd be like, look at this happy little story. The issue is people get mad because of where he was picked. We have a bad taste in our mouth because of that. At the end of the day, he's not getting paid much, and I care about production versus dollars. Okay? I guarantee you he did not break the bank on this contract.
No.
And if that means take out his history and just move forward from where we are, you have a guy that can provide depth, that can provide special teams depth, and can block when asked. I know people like to say he's a terrible blocker. He's adequate for next to nothing. Then he is worth a roster spot. He is not a starting tight end. He's not going to be asked to run a ton of routes. He is going to be asked to come in and do what Wilcox did last year. He's just as good as Wilcox, as much as some people don't want to hear that. Is it annoying that we took him with the second-round pick back in 2020? Yes. But is his salary now reflecting his position and his role? Yes. Now I'm okay. Okay? We'll start with that.
Has that number come out yet for him?
No, but I guarantee you he's not making more than Irv Smith.
This is what I just looked up, because Irv Smith's making 1.75. So, and I was going to say that if you didn't, that he's probably making 1.25.
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
Like, that's my guess. I don't know. I think I put that in the chat, a while back too. Just a guess that he's making 1.25. Although I don't know what the vet minimum is and if he qualifies. I don't know all that stuff, so I could be wrong on that.
Well, here's the deal. He made 1.25 last year.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he's not going to get a raise.
But in all fairness, why wouldn't we sign Wilcox back first, though?
They might have tried. He might have wanted to test the market.
Well, it's been a while. I mean,
well, here's the thing. Once you hit that third and fourth wave of free agency and everything stops like it is right now, it stopped because of the draft. If he's not signed within 72 hours after the draft, I would be shocked.
All right.
So moving forward with the tight end room from there, Drew Sample's fine to have in the tight end room. He ain't going to cost you anything. Even if he costs you $2 million, that's nothing. It's less than 1% of your salary cap, okay? It's even a raise of $700,000 is like, okay, that's a shitty player somewhere else. Go with someone that knows the system. You need to fill out depth. It's a 1-year contract for a reason. He's here because they couldn't find depth elsewhere. It's okay.
Yeah.
Okay. He's going to be asked to come in and block on 2 tight end sets. He's going to be out on the field goal unit because they load those with tight ends.
Mm-hmm.
That's his role. That's okay. Trust me. It's all right. You're going to be fine.
Might be the backup snapper, maybe.
Right. It's one of those situations. Might not even make the team. We haven't seen the contract numbers yet. They probably weren't that impressive.
That's true.
I mean, if we get to what I'm going to start calling Black Friday and they start cutting everybody down that last day of preseason, whatever day of the year that is.
Yeah.
I
go
mean,
from 90 to 53 every team.
What are you going to do if CJ Uzama gets cut and he's out there for a veteran minimum? Thank you.
Santori, you and I had this talk. You're like, Greg, it's not over after the draft. Like you just told me, 1/3 of the players have on a team have to get cut. You're like all chilled and mellowed out about this whole situation.
Right, so I'm not worried about Drew Sample. I think Irv Smith can do it if need be. They took Hayden Hurst, who was more or less on the outside of football looking in, and got him paid.
Yep.
They took CJ Uzama, who was a project tight end who had done nothing in his career, and got him paid out of nowhere. They don't, like I was saying a couple weeks ago when you guys asked me if I would take tight end, I said no. I think there's limitations, and it's the number 5 offense, and I think they can get out of tight end whatever they want. I had this conversation at work today with a coworker. Burrow makes people better. I'm not going to exhaust more money into my receiving core, especially with what I'm getting ready to pay T and Jamar, for someone that's going to be a number 5 option. Irv Smith is fine. Whatever rookie they pick up in the 4th or 5th round is going to be fine. They don't need a superstar. They need someone who can take 2 steps, turn around, and catch a dump off when shit goes wrong.
Right.
Most people in the league can do that.
So let's say everybody's off the board that you would want, and Michael Mayer's still sitting there.
Trade back.
Okay.
I don't believe – because that's the other thing. and I know this is asinine to think this way, but it's the way I think, and it's the reason why I say 2 and 3 years ahead of time, hey, look, Joe Mixon's going to get cut probably in 2 years, guys, and I get blasted for it, and here we are. I don't want to pick up a fifth-year option on a tight end knowing what I'm going to be paying my guys at quarterback, wide receiver, and wide receiver. A fifth-year option for a first-round pick at tight end, I mean, what's that going to be in 5 years? $15, $20 million?
Yeah.
Is it going to be that much at pick 28?
I don't know.
I mean,
mean,
it could be that much. Like
it-
7 is what I thought, but I could be way off there too.
I mean, what is it this year? Jonah's getting 13 at pick 10?
Pick 10, yeah.
13? I mean, you never know what these guys are going to get.
I can try to Google it real quick.
You can try and guess. It's always going to be a percentage of whatever the cap's going to be. But I just don't believe in doing that. With that being said, they'll take one, but it's not going to be high in the draft. They need to fill out the room, but they're not going to do it with a UDFA either.
No, like in the 4th round or 5th round, maybe, you know.
I would say anything from 3rd to 5th is on the table for filling out that number 2 spot.
So Santori, I don't know if you did your research on the tight ends, going back to what James said about, like, you know, what Zach Taylor City looks in, what tight ends are you paying besides Mayer, obviously, fits the most, would fit the most? I don't know if you did your research on the tight ends yet.
I mean, I'm always going to say Josh Wiley, but that's beyond the point.
Hey, I'm cool with that, buddy. I'm pissed about that.
I haven't looked enough at their blocking to make that comment one way or the other. I've looked at them as receivers. I have not looked at them as inline blockers yet. Okay. With that being said, it sounds like Kincaid is out as an inline blocker. I don't know enough about Musgraves. Personally, I have about a 5th round grade on Darnell Washington.
Poor chop.
He's a project. He can't run routes. Do you want a receiver that can't run routes?
Yeah, I'm just saying poor chop's going to have it with you, though, Santori.
That's fine. He's a great blocker. He's a freak athlete, and I think he's going to be fun. But I don't think he's as good as Jelani Woods, and Jelani Woods was a 3rd round pick last year, and they have about the same skill set.
Yeah. Zach Kuntz. I like Zach Kuntz.
Day 3? I'd be in.
Why not? I'll take him day 3 with the way
that's the kind of guy I think they would go after.
Yeah. I'd love to have him.
I don't know how good Tucker Kraft is as a blocker. I don't have a 2nd round grade on him like a lot of people do. I have a 3rd round grade on him, which I know that's kind of splitting hairs at this point in the process. But if he's there at the back end of day 3, I would do it. Washington. He's a fucking tree.
Wait, what?
He's a tree. It's all he is.
Okay,
he's Auden Tate.
Oh, Darnell Washington. Okay.
I want to share this with you guys because it's going to be easier sharing it than reading the entire thing.
All right.
This is about 5th-year option stuff.
Okay.
But it's pretty interesting. Let me make sure that I pick the correct one.
Let's go math.
All right. Okay. 5th-year option. If you made 2 or more Pro Bowls in your first 3 seasons, you'll be paid the franchise tag salary.
Oh.
That's if you make 2 or 3.
Oh, so it's incentive based.
Yes, it's incentive based. Players who were on the field for 75% of
that makes it worse. If Michael Mayer is what you think he's going to be, he's going to make a ton of money.
Now, let me scroll down. 5th-year option salary, 11.3 would be if they made 2+ Pro Bowls. Now let's scroll down. 1 Pro Bowl goes down to 9.7. And then who achieved playtime criteria, 7.2. So that's what we're looking at. Just thought that was interesting. I learned something today. Look out.
Here you go.
What the?
Yeah.
What? Why?
Cool.
Greg, we can't see your face now.
Ouch!
So that was pretty interesting. I
Hunter
didn't know
Green
that.
got hurt.
Did he come? Oh, he did come out. I saw he was still
Yeah,
pitching.
He got hit in the shin with a line drive.
Yeah.
Oh
So-
no, I'm not looking at the group chat.
Here, I'm going to mute you since you're on the phone. Okay. Reds are up 4-0 in the fifth. Look out. Are you back?
Yeah, I'm trying to call Dad, see,
Oh.
like, make sure everything's okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I got you.
Can you see me now? Hey, James, can you see me better? Or I'm turning the lights on because it's getting dark in here.
Why do you keep moving?
I was gonna say if you scoot up just a little bit and turn the main light off, I think you're fine.
Yeah, you know what? Let's turn the lights back off. This is stupid.
Dad's calling.
Oh, now it's better.
There you go. Yeah, scoot up just a little bit. Oh, that's too close.
Oh, wait a minute. I put this on something else here. Hold on. Give me a sec. Sorry, I'm really experimenting with this. Pete.
Sorry, guys. Close up of Greg. That's what we all wanted right there. Love it.
We good? We
Yeah.
good?
Yeah, looks
All
good.
right, cool beans. Sorry, I'm just experimenting here, people. We're having fun with this.
Greg traded dropping the phone for knocking over the light.
I know, man. I don't know which is more exciting.
Oh, hold on. Dad, you're here, right?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. First off, say hi to everybody since you're not gonna be able to jump on tonight.
Everybody. James,
What's up?
Greg.
Hey,
What's up, Bengal Dad?
Hi.
So we had the conversation regarding Cincinnati chili. And we need your opinion on it because you are masterful with utensils, especially your peanut butter spreading technique.
It is the best ever.
He said it is the best ever. When it comes to Cincinnati chili, do you twirl or do you cut?
I cut.
Thank you. That's all I
Oh,
need.
you're a cutter.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Ball game. Tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Pork chops. I know you're happy.
That was quick and concise. I cut.
All right, back to tight ends. So we all bless you.
You all right?
I had Moe's for lunch. First off, it was fantastic. They had a
All
couple
right.
of burritos today. Moe's is better than Condado's. Take that to the grave. With that being said, I have a tortilla chip spot welded right near my Adam's apple, and it just hurts.
Face blue, smiling, text green, game over. Hold on. Here you go. Crip does have a question. Will there be someone at pick 28 worth the fifth-year option? I mean,
Darnell Wright.
I was going to say Darnell Wright.
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah.
Broderick Jones, someone, an offensive lineman of quality that falls.
DeJuan Jones. Come on, guys. DeJuan Jones.
No.
Why not?
No, because he's the size of a dump truck and he doesn't need to be.
So is Orlando Brown.
He's on a seafood diet. He seafood needs it. He needs to stop.
Hey, come on, man. Load up.
He's got
Isn't
shovels for
Orlando Brown
hands.
370?
Yeah, he needs to stop too. Next.
Okay. Thought he was pretty good, but
He's a little bloppy. He could lean out.
that's all right. He'll slim down after his playing days. Just look at Joe
Now,
Thomas.
granted, he's been wined and dined at freaking Burroughs and getting cupcakes and crackers and going to Jeff Ruby's the whole off season. I'm sure once the off season kicks into gear and it's 100 degrees outside, he'll drop another 10, 15 pounds and he'll be fine. DeJuan Jones, man, I'm hearing $4 bills. That's about 50 too high.
Hearing it from who?
NFL execs said they heard he was 400 pounds. That's why he didn't
From
test.
who?
It was in
From
the
who?
Athletic. It was in the Athletic.
I don't
Oh,
get that.
there's a reliable. I'm just kidding.
You got to pay for
Okay.
it. I don't get that.
I'm kidding.
Use my login.
You've never given it to me, sir.
Don't
Hey,
ask.
Tori, this is fake news.
NFL
Hard man
execs
move.
said they don't believe he tested because they thought he was up near 400
I-
pounds.
Hey,
That is what they
Orlando-
were hearing.
Orlando Brown tested and it only hurt him, and look how well he's done.
I understand.
So
But
But
Orlando Brown was also drafted in an adequate spot for having red flags.
third round, yeah. No,
Not
be
first.
Santori. But be honest with me. Do you think he'll be there for the Bengals in the second round?
It could be.
Santori.
I'll never say yes or no because this thing's a crapshoot.
That's a very value position. That's a premium position, though, man. I think someone will, like Falele, that guy, that big dude from Minnesota we all thought was going to get dropped. He still got picked high.
Yeah, what'd he do?
He was a damn good left tackle, wasn't he, his rookie year?
I don't know about that.
All right, maybe not.
Let's go to the Pro Football Focus because I don't have tape.
You know you don't have much time, according to your wife, sir.
Listen, she's in the other room. She'll come in here and yell at me when she's ready. He played 150 snaps and gave up 4 sacks. That is pretty horrible.
Drop it like it's hot, Greg.
What is that supposed to mean? Oh.
Greg doesn't have the login. It's Santori.
What is the? I don't understand. Give us the login.
Yeah, for
the Athletic. They meant.
Oh, I'm sorry, guys. Why don't you go get your own login and all that?
Guys, find $7.
Yeah, that's all it is. I mean, come on, guys. You guys are more rich than I am.
Hey, if I had that, I'd spend an extra $1 and just get Twitter Blue.
Yeah,
I'm poor. I'm very poor.
Do you have the Athletic Santori?
Yeah,
that's what we were just talking about.
That's why I'm poor.
What's illegal? Wait, what?
Greg, you are
Password
like an
sharing.
entire paragraph behind in this conversation.
Yeah, no kidding.
No.
I'm also getting ready to buy a Sunday ticket. We'll add to the poorness.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I am. I owe him another. In 2 weeks, I owe him another $150 or whatever it is.
I did not offer you guys any login or nothing.
No, that was Santori.
It's me, Greg.
Oh. Then why is my name getting pronounced?
Because Matt can't read.
Oh,
That's why I owe him
What the
money.
hell's going on here?
I'm poor, can't get it. LOL. Okay, back to tight ends. Santori, let's hit you with this question. Not Josh Wiley, because I know you'll say that.
Josh,
Okay, not the tight end from Cincinnati.
how about the one from LaSalle? Josh.
Not the tight end from the University of Cincinnati that played at other places when he was younger.
Damn it.
So pick a, let's say, mid to late round tight end that you really, really like for the Bengals specifically. Not just as a player in general, but for the Bengals.
What was the pizza, pork chop?
Honestly, I don't know much about the tight ends past round 4. I really don't. The guy that I keep seeing mocked late, which I think is criminal, is the kid from Alabama.
Oh, yeah.
I would love him. Latu, whatever his name is.
Yeah, Latu. Tell us about him. Yeah.
He's like the all-time leading touchdown receiver in Alabama history, which think about all the guys.
Yeah, why is he
He's like, I think he's way up. Maybe it's just for tight ends, but he's way up there.
Why
is he has receiving records in Alabama.
Why is he ranked so low then out of Alabama?
Devontae Smith, surely he had more touchdowns.
Maybe it's for tight ends, but no, he's way up there, my guy.
Portsmouth Brewery.
I mean, where's his career stats here? Well, it's probably for tight ends. He's got 12 touchdowns over 2 years on 50 catches. I mean, that's a lot.
That's a big percentage.
Yeah, I mean, he's averaging for his career about 14 yards a catch.
Right.
And oh yeah, by the way, he's 250 and 6'5", which is kind of right where the Bengals look at.
Yeah.
I mean, he's the guy you take a flyer on late. He comes from a winning program. They know how to win big. They know how to win late. Well coached. It's just he's productive.
I like him.
Tell me where the red flag is.
Well, then why is he projected to go so late? Then he went to Alabama. I don't get this. Then
I don't fucking know. I mean,
you're the oh gosh,
I don't know. When I have a 3rd round grade on him personally.
Here's the red flag. All right. Any last name that's 4 letters and you don't know how to pronounce it correctly, That's tough.
Yep.
Listen,
Latu. I don't know.
Paul. I mean, it's,
Just kidding.
seriously, he's. I have no issues. What'd it say?
At least you're not so broke, Eric.
No, but I mean the guy's solid. He really, really is.
I like him too. I really do.
I have no issues with him. The only weird thing is he's from Salt Lake.
Are you knocking on Parker Blake right now?
I'm knocking on. No, he don't act. He's not from Salt Lake. He's from Kentucky, first and foremost.
For
That hair,
a few years.
yeah.
Santora.
The hair says it all. He ain't get that in Salt Lake. Trust me.
That could be California, sir.
Okay,
Surfers
it ain't Salt Lake.
could have been West Coast. Not
If it was Salt Lake, he'd be in a very neatly groomed black suit with a little black tie, carrying around a tiny black book, knocking on
Right.
everybody's doors. Listen, that ain't him.
Yep.
Tell me I'm wrong.
No.
I get it.
He ain't go to BYU. He went to Alabama.
Paul, I think Derek's probably at work. But I'm sure he appreciates your love.
I'm sure he does. We'll let him know.
All right. Do we want to throw a little giveaway out?
Should I show one of the hats?
Throw it away, sure.
Or do we have more tight end talk? Seemed like we were getting to the end.
Yeah. You want me to get out what we're giving away?
Well, let's do.
This is the first time my wife has ever called me Santori.
When Santori and I first started dating, we were broke, and I gave him a rock with a smiley face on it for Christmas. Hey, pet rocks.
Listen,
Yeah.
Rick the Rock was in that cubbyhole drawer in our laundry room forever. I don't know where Rick the Rock went. He got lost in one of these moves over the last few years. But Rick the Rock was a staple. She also, we had a Dollar Tree Christmas one time, and she labeled all of my gifts like 1 through 9. And a lot of them were just like black gold toe socks, like a single pair of socks that she wrapped up in Christmas paper. One was toothpaste. Like, so every once in a while, Ashley's like, I feel like you had a bad birthday. I'm like, you gave me a rock and socks one year. We're in great shape
This
right
is
now.
way better, right? Oh, that's great. No, we've got a pretty big giveaway. AJ Green, Tyler Eifert autograph photos. Now these both are going to one person. Okay. Now.
Oh my God.
Let's do it. We all just get called Santori by our wives.
Wow, that's
Greg. We got to find you a wife so you can be called Santori.
That's true.
No, I'm good right now.
All right, so we did the randomizer earlier, and the name that we came up with, I did not type it in. Hold on, let me type this in real quick, and I hope that I'm spelling it correctly. All right, the winner of the AJ Green and Tyler Eifert autograph photo giveaway. Somebody just commented. My wife also refers to Greg as Santori. Okay.
Oh my gosh, Amy.
The winner is Darth Bengal.
Congrats, bud. Congrats, Darth.
All right, so Darth, you will be getting. I've got one of them, and Greg has the other. This is the Tyler Eifert.
Be careful. The Eifert one's fragile.
Oh, that's bad. I've been trying to get him on the podcast, and you're going to call him out like that? That's awesome.
He'd tell me. He'd say the same damn thing. No one's almost supposed to move like that.
So, Darth, we'll send you a DM. We'll make sure. He said, that's not how you spell my name, Jimmy. Sorry. I can't help how it works. My wife said congrats to Darth. What's really neat about this, obviously, if it went to Pork Chop, it'd be neat as well. But Darth, we know Darth. He's a good dude. So it works out that it went to somebody that we know. but he said that's awesome. Thank you guys. We'll send you a DM later, and we'll make sure that we can figure out how to get them to you. Maybe we can meet up sometime or something like that. But,
Yep, we'll figure out something.
So we also have some other stuff that we're going to give away. You want to do red and black?
I was going to say, here, hold on one second, guys.
Yeah. So we've got some trivia questions for you guys and gals in the chat. I noticed my wife was in there, and Santori's wife. So sorry about that. We got both. Got a few trivia questions. I gave them to Santori and Greg earlier. They did get one. Didn't know the other. But, okay, go ahead and showcase them, Greg.
You didn't give me a chance to answer the other.
Yeah, I did.
No, you did.
Yeah, I did. I said, here's the question, and then gave you 10 seconds. Said nothing. I can't help that.
You gave me 10 seconds to figure out 70 years worth of data.
All right, this is the first hat we're going to give away. Now, this is going to go, do you guys think it should go to obviously the first person that guesses it, but does everybody get one guess, or do you just, until somebody gets it?
I think we need to put a 30-second timer on the clock. Everybody, well, I don't know. 30 seconds might be too long. You can probably Google that.
Yeah.
We'll put a 10-second timer on the clock, and I'll just count.
Okay.
If more than one person gets it, then we'll, I guess, do eeny, meeny, miny, mo, or flip a coin, something. But type in your answer. If there's only one correct one in there, it makes it easy. But you'll get 10 seconds.
Okay. Actually, we can do a randomizer live right here.
Yeah, we could.
If you want to.
Okay.
All right.
If multiple people get it.
I know this is really awesome stuff here. Do you want to do a spinner one? We don't even know if we're going to need it. Hold on.
Wait, did you say we're gonna spit?
Spinner.
Oh,
Spitters, not quitters, Greg. Come
I'm
on.
kidding. I know I was kidding, but it sounded sort of like it.
I'm
Congrats, Darth.
Crip, that's awesome. I remember my dad gave me a lump of coal. And 2 years smoke free. Pork chop, that's awesome, man. And Paul, 8 years sober. Well done, sir.
Congrats, buddy.
That is awesome. And I'm not being sarcastic there. That is really awesome. All right, first question. Santori, you're going to count?
Yeah.
Sorry, cornbread. I apologize for calling you the wrong name.
It has been like that for an hour and 12 minutes. In the 30 minutes we were on here before.
I don't like you that much, apparently.
Oh, Mason's ready. Amy said Mason's ready.
All right. Here we go. First question. Who's the all-time Bengals scoring leader?
10, 9, 8, 6, 4, 3,
Nobody
2,
has answered yet.
1.
Darnell Washington. Pork
Jesus
chop.
Christ. All right, at this point, the first person that types it in gets it.
Breach. Amy said breach.
Well, Foxy was first.
Foxy was first.
Yeah. Foxy's first on there. I think. Yeah.
I think he was. No, he was.
All right.
Yep.
Here's the deal. Breach is the correct answer. We got 3 entries. They all came within 5 seconds of each other. So we'll put them on the randomizer.
All right. Now, this is what I was asking. Do you want to do a spinner randomizer?
Sure.
Okay.
Yes.
Wheel of Names, random picker. All right. Now, I'm going to go ahead and share this now, so that way everybody sees what I'm doing. This is riveting. So we've got Amy Kaler. Who else was it?
Who's Amy Kaler?
My wife.
I thought it was Kohler. Okay, so it's Kaler now that I know.
You don't even know how to say his name?
No, man, I just went and winged it.
Oh, my God. We've been on a podcast for like a year together.
Look, you've always since he gained it, Catterhead.
Hey.
So it's Kaler. Okay, I like that Kaler.
Jim Breach. Oh, Foxy. Okay.
So
there were only 3.
All right, here we go.
Okay. All right, I'm going to click it, Everybody can see it, right? We're good. I'm going to click to spin. 3, 2, 1.
Oh, here we go.
Duchess Ford sucks.
Oh,
Foxy.
Foxy Shazam.
Foxy.
Congrats, Fox.
All right. I'm writing that down so that way we've got it. Let me stop sharing. Foxy, well done, sir. You win. Three-way for a three-way. Oh my goodness, what have I missed?
Should we do another one, or
Yeah. Let's. I've got another question ready.
should we? No. Should it still be a red one, or should we do another orange and black?
Let's do a black one.
Okay.
All right.
Orange
This is like the one that Greg has on, I think.
No, not actually. No, this
No,
is
is
it.
it different? Oh, you did have. Okay. Orange or black. Same rules apply. 3, 2, 1. How many 1,000-yard rushing seasons have there been in Bengals history?
Be right back.
10, 9, 6, 7, 8, 5, 4,
Pork chops and Darnell.
3, 2, 1.
72. Amy said 24. I
done?
think she might be the closest.
Are we done?
Pork Chop's just going to keep putting all the numbers in.
Yeah, he's going to keep going.
If we're done,
Lax said 40. But I think Amy's the closest, isn't she?
She'd be right. 24.
So Amy won? Wow.
that is the. I don't know if that's should be right or not.
Congrats, Amy.
Pork chop didn't put 24 in there anywhere. He went 23, 20.
He skipped 20.
He guessed every number except 24.
Oh, poor Chuck, you can't make this shit up.
Amy said that's all Mason, y'all.
All right, Mason, man. Congrats, buddy.
And I want to be clear, I didn't say anything.
Oh,
to the
yeah.
team, to my wife about these questions. Nothing.
I bet
I want to
so.
see if I can think of a tough trivia one. We'll give.
You want to get one more?
Okay.
round?
Let's
I-
do one
I
more.
Or should we do a red one?
Hey, look, pork chop.
Should we do a red one? I mean, should we do a red one or a black and orange one?
I don't
Do,
care.
do another red one.
Yeah, let's do another red one here.
Doing another red one. I'm writing this down so that way we've got it. We'll see who wins.
All right, another red
I
one.
am racking my brain for very, very weird Bengal shit.
All right. So
Yeah.
This is live. My wife, son, whoever just answered that, not allowed to win again.
Nope.
I'm just putting that out there. I don't.
Well, same deal. Who was the one? Foxy, is he allowed to enter all? I think since he won one.
I think Foxy would probably say that he's.
Is it 24?
That's my guess, but I can't speak for Foxy. But
Right.
I don't care. I think it's probably fair to let somebody else win.
I have an odd one, and you're gonna have 10 seconds for this one.
Did you type it in?
No, I'm gonna say it.
Okay.
Because I don't want anybody Google because it is something you could easily find in the stat line. But I want people to really think about it for a second.
We
And
would
you'll-
like somebody to win that's not the people that just won.
Yeah, pretty much.
In the game, Joe Burrow got hurt against Washington. Who was his one touchdown pass thrown to?
Ooh, I don't even know this one.
10,
Now, come on,
9,
we're giving them time.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Carson Palmer.
Is it Darnell Washington?
AJ, Crip said AJ, Lax said Boyd.
It is AJ Green.
AJ Green.
So
AJ Green did catch a touchdown from Joe Burrow in that game.
So AJ, Crypt, you won, buddy.
That's Crypt.
Yeah.
Look at that. Hey, Crypt. This means you have to give us your address.
Yeah, you got to give us your address now,
Unless
buddy.
you're local. Unless you're local to Cincy. Look. Ashley said that your mom.
Your mom.
Why? Are you sure it wasn't Washington? Gosh. Oh my goodness. All right, so we've got Foxy as a winner. We've got Mason and we've got Crypt Keeper as winners. Well done, everybody. So, now what? Unless you want to do another one.
Should we do one more?
Santori?
Another trivia?
Yeah.
Wanna do one more?
Yeah, give me just a second. I'm reading something.
Should we do an orange and black one, or should we do a?
I got a Reds trivia one if we want to do that.
So should we do a red one?
Reds trivia for a red hat?
Yeah, let's do that.
Are you typing it in, or do you want me to do it like I did last time?
Do it like you did last time.
Okay, gotcha.
Who scored the 1,000,000th and first run in baseball history?
Holy crap, dude!
1 million and the first?
Yes.
Darnell Washington.
In the MLB?
Yes.
Eric Davis. Justin Lack said Eric Davis.
I know the answer to the next one.
Amy Kohler said Judge. Grip said Barry Larkin.
I'm guessing the answer hasn't been said yet.
Nope.
I figured so. You know, people are going to look on their phones right now.
Donaldson got the 2,000,000th run, so you're like 50 years off.
Pete Rose. Foxy said Pete.
Nope.
Dart said Griffey.
Nope.
Well, he said Griffey Jr.
Junior. Amy said Greg pronounced it wrong again. So it's Kaler, right? Kaler. Gotcha.
Yeah. It's all good.
Pork Chop said Siri.
No.
This is tough. They're gonna have to Google.
Yeah, no kidding.
You're gonna have a hard time finding it.
Griffey Senior. Foxy said Griffey Senior.
Nope.
Bench. Dart said
Nope.
Bench.
Nope. I'm having fun with this one.
This is gonna be a well-earned.
Yeah, no, this should be like a. Oh my God! I should give away a.
Marty Brenneman.
You know what, guys? I got something else I want to give away here.
I'm gonna throw a name out there.
Pork Chop said Marty Brenneman.
Let's go. Davey Concepcion.
No.
Marge Schott. Joe Morgan. That's a good guess. Foxy said Pork Chop. I got no idea, bud.
Check the private chat.
Oh, okay.
Corky Miller? No. He has done everything else.
So, Ashley says Bob Watson. Here's the deal. Bob Watson scored the 1,000,000th run in Major League history.
Justin said laugh out loud.
So, Bob Watson and another Reds player both hit home runs at the same time. They both ran full speed around the bases. Bob Watson beat this Reds player by 4 seconds. And the Reds player thought he had the millionth run because he was celebrating running around the bases. I can't give the hat away at this point just because nobody's guessed it. But James' spitball was correct. I just didn't want to say it on air. It was Davey Concepcion.
I did not Google that, by the way.
Everybody else guessed every other name in that 75 lineup except can I call your
dad?
Let's do another little easier question that somebody might be able to think off the top of their head. Because let's give away this hat.
Well, they got to be kind of fun. They got to be fun for me.
Okay, but Santori, let's make it a little bit more easily. Let's put it that way.
A little easier. Go back to Bengals or stick with Reds?
Give me a team and I'll think of a trivia question.
Here's one. Let's go. So any team in any sport?
Not in any sport. Just stick with local stuff.
Okay. No,
I did tell you the answer, Ashley. It's Concepcion.
All right. No.
Or as Ashley calls him, Conception.
Conception.
Okay.
Do one for Bearcats football.
I think we have to do Reds or Bengals.
Let's do Reds or Bengals.
Yeah.
Okay.
We don't cover much Bearcats on here.
Wheelhouse. Hold on. Let's open it to the chat. Reds or Bengals? Put it in there. You got 15 seconds. Reds or Bengals? Go. Reds or Bengals? Comment. Let's see it. Reds or Bengals?
Oh my God.
Nobody?
Nobody? What the hell? Bengals. Bengals.
All right. Darnell Washington trivia.
Oh my God.
All right. We're going Bengals because one person said it.
Here, I'll make this one a little easier.
You got it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Reds, but not Santori asking questions.
Right.
Okay.
You can do like who's the 16th most passer in Bengals history?
No.
That was a full
I got one. No, I got one.
Spin the wheel, Reds Bengals.
No, I got one. Here, hold on. This player randomly popped in my head. It's a draft question and all that. He really didn't do anything for us, but I'm just going to have some fun with this because I can.
Okay, bye, Bailey.
Okay.
Oh my God, are you on the phone?
Your dad's on the phone.
Yeah.
You should talk to you now.
Okay.
All right, I'll mute you.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Greg.
All right, am I cool with this trivia? Here we go. So this is for the Reds hat right here, right?
Yep. Here we go.
Okay. And what? So who am I? I was a quarterback at Texas A&M. I got drafted by the Bengals in 2006, round 6, pick 193. But I switched a different position in the NFL. Who am I?
So a quarterback at Texas A&M, switched positions.
But I switched to wide receiver in the NFL. I really didn't do anything though for the Bengals. Who am I?
Switched to wide receiver.
Greg Luther, good answer. No, not Riley.
Riley. Switched to wide receiver.
Yeah, I was a quarterback at A&M, but I switched to wide receiver for the Bengals, even though I didn't really do anything in the NFL. We thought he was going to be the next Antoine Randall. It wasn't. It's not Darnell Washington.
My wife said that.
A Bengals summer camp player. Come on, guys.
This one's tough too. I don't know. I don't remember.
Damn it, Amy, you beat me. Chris said.
Sanu.
Not Sanu.
No.
He was drafted in 2011. Pork chop. He just randomly came in my head. I thought he was going to be awesome. It's not Palmer. God, what is wrong with all of you?
Dude, that's a tough question. Joe Burrow.
No.
Okay, I'm going to.
It's not Matt. No, not Kelly Washington. But that was a good idea, though, because he did. I think he did also.
Okay, I've got it.
You got it?
I see. Yeah, I see it.
There you go.
I think that it's tough.
Hey, this is a tough game here.
Kelly Washington? No.
I liked Kelly Washington. Okay, guys, I'm going to give you guys got 20 more seconds. Then I'll just think of something else. 20. Now,
there it is.
Yeah.
Reggie.
I'm sure you looked it up on your phone, Paul, but you win this hat. Congrats, buddy.
All right. So now, Crypt Keeper, Chris Collinsworth. Mason said prior. So I think I've got Foxy's handle. Just send us in the chat real quick. Send us your Twitter handle so that way we can make sure we DM you.
Yeah, Mason. It's easy because Amy won the Bengals hat. The red hats go to Crypt, Foxy, and
I've got it written down.
Okay.
Good job. Not putting that up. My son's watching.
Yeah.
But yeah, Paul, send us your Twitter handle. Crypt, send us your Twitter handle. Foxy, I think we got yours, but send yours just in case. Can I trade colors? Maybe. We'll talk. We'll talk. But send us your Twitter handle in the chat because I want to make sure that I've got a way to contact you guys. Because I'll just go ahead and as soon as we're off here, I'll go ahead and shoot you guys a message. That way we can get this stuff figured out. Darth, I've got yours for the photos, so we'll message you too. But Ken Hammock Simpson. Oh, Paul said I don't have Twitter, but I can give you my email. Yeah, yeah, Paul, go ahead and put your email in there.
Go ahead, Pork Chop. Even though it won't do you much good, that's fine.
Pork Chop's trying. Got to give him credit. Not a red person, just didn't think I was going to win. So, absolutely, Darth. But yeah, Paul, go ahead and send us your email. Foxy, if you don't want to do Twitter, send us your email. Whatever way you guys want to do it. Crypt, same with you. Crypt, I hope you're still in here. If not, I don't know your handle on Twitter. Is it Crypt Keeper on Twitter?
Yeah, Crypt, you got to give us your info, bro.
We want to make sure we can get it to you, so we'll stay live for a little longer just to make sure we can get it. But so anything while we're waiting for people to give us their information, anything interesting from the first day of players reporting? Anything that stood out to you that we didn't talk about?
Yeah, no, another thing, Jonah was not at camp. I mean, two things. Who wasn't at camp and who was at camp.
Right.
Jonah, what was more surprising to you? Jonah not being at camp or Mixon showing up at camp?
Jonah that seemed pretty par for the course, I think. If you're requesting a trade, I don't think you're going to show up.
Yeah, but Mixon, that's more surprising.
Yeah, Mixon, to me, it's kind of like what Santori said when we were talking to him earlier. With Joe Mixon, he's not guilty. He's still under contract.
Yeah.
He loves the team, so he went ahead and came in and did his thing. I don't think that was necessarily weird.
No,
the only thing that makes it weird is that you got so much weird stuff going around him personally.
Yeah.
That's what maybe would make it weird.
Right.
T. Higgins not being there.
Hey, we're waiting for him to come back from Cabo, where we're counting down the days.
Well, supposedly he was in Atlanta a few days ago.
Uh-oh.
So, not talking to the Falcons or anything.
Yeah. Yeah, thanks a lot, James.
Amy said Mixon showing up. Should have stayed low. Well, I don't
That's
know.
what I kind of thought at first. I know we don't want to get too into detail with all that stuff, but that's what I kind of thought too. But, he's doing, like you said, he's.
Hold on real quick. Okay, let's read this because I've got it up. Mixon's a dog. Doesn't surprise me at all. That's why we love him. I kind of agree with that.
No, yeah.
Crypt. Okay. Is there somebody in the chat that you would like to give it to? If you don't want the hat, which is cool, that's awesome. That
All right.
That you want to pay it forward. But is there somebody that you would like?
Is there somebody you want to give it to, buddy?
Because we do have quite a few people in the chat. So if there's somebody that you want to donate the hat to, that's perfectly fine. Foxy, I'll hop on Twitter and I'll see that here in a second. Okay, bud. And Paul, give us your email. Don't forget.
Derek's what?
Okay.
I'll take it. Positive. Hey,
Positive Universal Project said he'll take it.
Yep. Mixon has been a team guy. You're right, Ken. He's always team first, and he brings that positive attitude. You can't deny that at all. He's always brings that positivity with the fans and everything.
Yep, I agree with that.
I agree with that. Like I said,
So I did think it was a little interesting. You've got T. Higgins, Jamar Chase, and Tyler Boyd all weren't there.
Yeah.
That to me was a little interesting, but hey, this is all voluntary stuff, right?
Right. Well, no, and see, James, the reason I brought that up, Mo Egger, do you ever let Mo Egger on the radio was talking about that? And he said he was talking about who was the biggest surprise show up and who was the biggest surprise non-show up. And so
yeah,
that's why I thought that up and all that and stuff. So that's why that's what came to me. And like I say, we'll just let everything play out and all that. Like I say, Mixon's here and all that. If Mixon's and James, I've talked to you about this. If Mixon's our starting running back, then let's go forward with it. If he's not, either way, we support this team no matter what.
Yep, I agree. So let's see. Anything else from the first day? I know there was a lot of stuff going around. Something interesting was BJ Hill still has hair.
Yeah, he does.
He's not supposed to have hair. He was supposed to be shaved by now.
Orlando Brown, and I didn't see much of his interview, but Irv Smith Jr., he just always positive. Like you could tell, he's so happy to be here. Irv Smith is the exact guy you want in your locker room. Orlando Brown. I mean, the new guys, it's more important that the new guys show up so they get more acclimated. I mean, you saw like that, my favorite pick of the day, all the glass eaters just running up and down and all that and stuff. That was an awesome picture, I thought. So, yeah.
Crypt hasn't said who he wants to give it to.
Yeah, Crypt, you got to give us an answer, buddy. Do you want us to? How about this, Crypt? Should we do another spin the choice?
That's what I was going to say too.
Because I got, like I say,
Paul, it has not shown up. Maybe type it in where it's not in email format. So instead of typing the @, put like AT. Maybe it's not letting you put it in there for some reason. It could be some kind of setting for YouTube. But we could do a spinner with people that didn't win.
Yeah, like Pork Chop, Justin, Jay Lack, Positive Universe Project. Trying to think who else didn't win anything.
Said formerly Joby won. I'm going to put that in there just to make it a little easier.
Okay.
Joby won. Okay, start going through names, so I'll type them.
Right. Jay Lack, Pork Chop. Let's see. Who else? Well, Amy, I'm sorry, but Dart Bengal. I know you didn't want a hat, but I think we can agree you want something. Let's put in Ashley. Jay Lack. Let's put in Matt. He was in the chat.
Who was it?
Matt Schultz. Matt. Matt. Yeah. He chatted. He was in here.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to look. Jay Lack. Well, Foxy already won one. Ashley. I said Ashley. Jay Lack. Pork Chop. Dart Bang already won one. Crypt. Well, he turned it down, obviously. Yeah. That's Paul. Well, Paul already won one. Yeah, that's about it right here. I think that's it.
Ken's in there. Ken Hammock.
Oh yeah, that's right. Ken. That's right. Ken needs to go in there.
Jay Lack. Just making sure we're not missing anybody. We want to make sure we give everybody a shot here.
Right.
Here,
let me see.
That's looking like everybody that's commented. We got more people watching, but yeah, let's go ahead and We got more comments. No, great idea for those who didn't win. Darnell Washington.
Hey, by the way, Ken, I agree with you. He should. But like I agree with what you're saying. All those guys who work hard at their craft. Jonah, unfortunately, Jonah. I mean, he needs to just look. I understand he's upset, but it's hard to feel sorry for guys getting paid $12 million and right tackle. You still make good money. I agree. He needs to be a camp. You know what? That's his deal. Hopefully everything works out. But I do agree with you, Ken. I think he shouldn't be there.
All right, let me share this real quick because I think we've got everybody in here.
All right. J-Lac will be easy, so for me at least. Well, Ashley will be, yeah.
Everybody see Pork Chop, Joey Wan, J-Lac, Ashley, Matt, and Ken.
Let's do this.
All right. We're going to go ahead and spin, or I'm going to shuffle it, actually. We'll shuffle it a few times.
Shuffle!
All right, ready? And 3, 2, 1, spin.
Justin!
There it is.
Congrats, Justin.
All right. So we got J-Lac.
J-Lac. Hey, you don't have to worry about contacting him. I got his phone number. I will give it to him personally.
All right, cool. All right, well, we've had a pretty good show.
Yeah, we did.
We talked about a lot of good stuff. Goodness gracious.
Oh, yeah.
We talked about tight ends. We'll just do a quick little recap. Zach Taylor talked about what he looks for at a tight end.
Right.
Pass blocking. He was just all in on it.
Right.
We talked about Joe Burrow. How does this Jalen Hurts contract affect it, if at all? We don't know if it's going to do anything to it, honestly, because they might already have stuff figured out and they're just kind of slow playing it a little bit.
Right.
And then we talked about the three-way debate. Do you cut your three-way or do you twirl it?
Yeah, that was the biggest debate of them all.
It's pretty big. I will agree with that. Let's see. Paul is still trying to send the email. It is not showing up, bud. I don't know. I'm not sure. So he said he doesn't have Twitter.
Paul, are you on Facebook?
Yeah, are you on Facebook, Paul?
Facebook or Instagram?
Go ahead and answer when you get a sec.
Take your time, buddy.
Then we did some trivia. We did quite a few trivia questions, and we had one or two that were pretty difficult.
Yeah,
out there.
Well, the 1,000th one run, but mine was fairly difficult. It was just a matter of time before someone's going to look that up and type it.
Listen, so I know we've got quite a few people here watching. So we've got quite a few more hats that we're going to be giving away.
Oh, yeah.
From Three-Way City. Paul said he's on Facebook.
Okay.
Oh. Pork Chop said I can just give him your number, Greg, and he can call you. That'd be perfect.
Okay.
That would be perfect. So we've got quite a few more hats that we're going to give away. I'm talking like probably another 15 hats or so. Adam at Three-Way City was very gracious with the stuff that he gave us in order for us to be able to pay this stuff forward, kind of like Crip did, give you guys some stuff. These hats are awesome.
Yeah, yeah.
I love the idea behind it. We had Adam on a few weeks ago talking about his kind of vision for the clothing line, and it just seemed like something that we wanted to be a part of. Santori really spoke eloquently about that. But we've got a bunch of hats we're going to give away. I've been in contact with Birmingham Meadery. They're going to send us stuff in order for us to be able to give away. I think they were talking about some T-shirts and stuff like that. So we are going to be doing that as well. Wait, I don't know, Paul. I was just going to put out Greg. No, you can't do that, Pork Chop. Dang it. All right, Paul, let us know what your name is on Facebook. I'm assuming it's probably Paul Clark.
Yeah.
Real quick.
I will wear the hat all over down hair with my beard can titty shirt. Now, we love it, Foxy.
That's awesome.
Foxy, man. No, that needs to be your page, man.
All right, Paul Clark. I'm looking you
Yeah,
up.
don't put out my number in the chat, bro.
All right, Paul. Do you live in Germantown by chance? Mine is James Harrison Koehler, Koehler. That is mine. James Harrison, like the former Bengal.
Yeah. A lot of people are questioning that. Like, James Harrison is your Bengals host?
I'll say it that way. It's former
Yeah.
Bengal, not former
Yeah.
other team.
Yeah.
But we are going to be doing quite a bit more giveaways. We're very excited to be able to give this stuff to you guys. We'll try to think up some other creative ways to do this. Maybe it's just going to be a randomizer, a spinner, just do it like that. Maybe that's what we'll do. But we really appreciate everybody hopping on here.
Absolutely.
I do want to make sure. So,
you know what, James? I tell you what, man. I mean, like you and I joined the show back in September, October. I mean, we've come so far from here. I mean, this is still just an incredible. I mean, me and James, I tell you what, the day me and James found out we were being co-hosts, I mean, we both never thought something like this would ever happen. Like a couple months before that, never in our wildest dreams. Yep.
That's what it looks like, Paul. So that way you can find it. There it is.
But we are just so thankful for the support from all of you guys. I mean, like Three-Way City, this is unbelievable. Birmingham, who's been with us for the longest time. I mean, this is just so awesome. And me and James every day are just so blessed we get to do this, and we can't thank you guys enough.
100%. And soon, I'm not sure 100% when, but soon we'll be going to two days a week, just like normal. Monday and Wednesday, 7:00, just like we do during the season. But once there's a little bit more to talk about, we've got the draft coming up. We'll be able to talk about how those needs have been filled. We'll be able to discuss all of that information. And then there's going to be another wave of free agency.
Oh, yeah.
After
like Santori said, come June 1st, there's going to be a huge, massive thing of cuts. Yep. Trust me, the wave ain't over yet, guys. The wave is definitely not over.
Right.
It's like, remember in Lord of the Rings, the Battle of Helm's Deep is over. The Battle of Middle-earth is about to begin.
Yep.
So,
well, Paul, I kind of want to stay live to make sure that you find me. Oh, there we are.
There we go.
You just sent me a friend request. I'm going to confirm it now. Give me a yay or nay in the chat to make sure that I did accept the correct one. Yeah. Not that I've got two.
Hey,
okay, I got a message. We're good.
Hey, Positive Universe, thank you so much, man. I mean, like I said, this is just a dream come true. I just couldn't shut the hell up about talking Bengals and all that. So I said, I think me and Jason like, well, this is perfect for us both. So, like I say, every day I'm just so blessed for this guy.
I remember Joby One on Twitter, so I'm glad that he said that that's who he is, because I wasn't 100% with the Positive Universal Project, but appreciate you putting that out there. Great sharing time talking about our Cincinnati Bengals with guys and gals that don't act like kids. We just try to have a good time and try to get
and for the record, it's okay to disagree as long as everybody just be respectful to one another. Man, that's what I do. We do funny disagreements and all that. I mean, that's what makes the world go around. But like I said, just in the end, we all have that one wish is to win a Super Bowl. We all have that one passion is to win a Super Bowl. That's all it is. We may have different disagreements, but we all believe in that one goal.
What do you normally say to the other opposing teams in the NFL?
They got to play us.
No, the other thing.
Oh, don't stay on the tracks when the train's coming through.
That's right. Definitely.
Foxy, I hope you're right about DeJuan. It's not. I know it's not. I know you said Don Jones, but I get what you're saying, Foxy. I'm hoping DeJuan Jones. If DeJuan Jones, we get at 60, I've said for a lot of players, I will definitely run my shirt off for DeJuan Jones. And James, I'll be watching the second round with. He'll be a witness to all this. So
this is true. This is true.
So I'll have witnesses here. So don't worry about it. I won't back out.
And I think once we get back to our 2 shows a week, we're probably going to get back into some Lutheranisms.
What are you?
A grilled cheese sandwich.
We'll get back into that too.
Well, no, we'll be doing it. How about this? We haven't talked about this. We'll do it with the guys they drafted and all that and stuff. Maybe we'll do something like that.
Oh, that's perfect.
There we go.
Perfect. Yep. All right, guys. For Santori Miles, who had to leave a little early, for Bengal dad who couldn't make it, but we understand. We know he's doing a lot of house hunting right now. For Greg Luther, for Cincy James, we really, really, really appreciate everybody. Hooday!
Hooday!
Let's have a wonderful night.
Take care.
And right into the stretch. Looking back and throws up the middle. Rose is on his way around. Picked up by Otis.
Here comes the ready or not.